we begin this terrifying tale, if you love chilling stories from the darkest corners of reality, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell so you never miss a nightmare again, because tonight's story might just keep you from sleeping with your door open. They say cheap things come at a hidden cost. Daniel didn't believe in ghosts until he rented a room for half the price in a house with one rule: never open the last door at the end of the hall. But curiosity can kill more than just the cat. The Last Room, Part 1, The Cheap Deal. Daniel had just landed a new job for a small town in Virginia with barely any savings left. He was desperate to find a cheap place to live. One day, he came across an old house listed online half the price of anything else nearby. Too good to be true. The owner, an old man with deep wrinkles and lifeless eyes, met him at the porch. He showed Daniel to a furnished room on the second floor, dusty but livable. "You can stay here for as long as you like," the old man said. "But one rule, never open the last room at the end of the hall." Daniel raised an eyebrow. "Why?" The old man didn't answer. He just walked away, dragging one foot behind him. Part 2, Strange Sounds. The first night was quiet until around 2 a.m. Daniel heard creaking footsteps from upstairs, but that didn't make sense. His room was upstairs. No one else lived there. The next night, he heard whispering, soft, foreign, like a language he couldn't recognize. It came from behind the door. At the end of the hall, the door he was told not to open. By the third night, the door was cracked open, just slightly. Part 3, Behind the Door. Daniel told himself not to look, not to go near it. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. He tiptoed down the hallway, phone flashlight in hand. As he got closer, a cold draft swept past him. The door slowly opened on its own, revealing pure darkness inside, like the room absorbed all light. Then, a voice whispered from within, "You came back." His heart stopped. His legs froze. He couldn't move. Something shifted in the darkness, something tall, thin, draped in a long black veil. No face, no feet, just the sound of glass bangles clinking as it moved. Daniel turned and ran back into his room, locking the door behind him. Part 4, The Truth. The next day, Daniel confronted the old man. "There's something in that room," he said. The old man stared at the floor, silent for a long time. "She was my wife," he finally said. "Died 50 years ago. She couldn't accept it. She thinks I left her behind." Daniel's blood ran cold. Why doesn't she move on? Because she's still waiting for him. And when someone opens that door, she thinks he's finally returned. Part 5, The Last Night. Daniel packed his bags that night. He planned to leave first thing in the morning, but at 2 a.m., it happened again. "You came back," but this time, the voice was inside his room. The door creaked open slowly. The woman in black stood in the doorway, veil flowing, arms extended. Her fingers were long, broken, and bent backwards. Her eyes were hollow black holes, dripping with shadows. She stepped forward with an unnatural glide, the bangles on her wrists making a piercing sound that cut into Daniel's bones. He screamed, opened the window, tried to climb out. Then everything went silent. Final part, gone. The next morning, the old man made breakfast for one. The house was quiet again. Daniel's room was empty. No clothes, no luggage, no signs he ever lived there. Just the door to the last room, slightly open, still waiting.